Today we will discuss on the theme Stress, a Reality of Life. A teacher in a class raised a glass of water in his hand and asked his students, "What will happen if you hold this glass for 5 minutes?" Students replied, "Nothing will happen." "Think that you are holding this glass for an hour. What will happen then?" Students replied, "That hand would start aching." "Imagine that you hold this glass for 5 to 6 hours continuously. What will happen then?" Students replied, "Hand would become numb and will not be in a position to hold it anymore and will not be able to use our hands for days due to pain." The teacher smiled and said, "The weight of the glass doesn't change. The longer you hold the glass, the heavier it becomes." This is what stress is like. Stress is not bad, but the amount of time we hold on to stress, it matters. Stress is a daily reality for people. It is natural reaction to high pressure situations. It can be beneficial in small doses. However, constant stress can lead to both physical and emotional problems over time. Stress is the feeling of being unable to cope with pressure. Stress can be any type of change that causes physical, emotional, and psychological strain. The modern world brings stress in all shapes and forms. COVID-19 pandemic has given rise to different kind of stress among children and adults alike. Everyone experiences period of increased stress, and sometimes the stress can feel overwhelming. It is important to learn how to handle stress and build resilience.
Feeling like there are too many pressures and demands on you? Losing sleep, worrying about work and how to juggle family life at the same time? You are not alone. We all experience stress at times. Stress may be unavoidable, but there are certainly ways you can minimize and manage it. There is good stress and bad stress. Good stress makes us want to perform better and be more productive and efficient. When you get positive results and recognition, you feel happier and more fulfilled. Bad stress occurs when we are overly stressed and become tired and emotionally drained. This may lead to a drastic fall in performance and productivity. If not managed properly, bad stress can eventually lead to a host of mental and physical illnesses. Stress management is the ability to maintain control when situations, people, and events make excessive demands. So, what can one do to manage stress? We can manage stress successfully with 3 A's: be aware, analyze, and apply. Being aware means looking out for symptoms of stress. These include headaches, muscle tension, twitching, palpitations, and fatigue. You may experience mood swings, be easily irritable, feel sad, nervous, and worry excessively. You may also start avoiding people and even stop participating in routine and pleasurable activities. By being aware of your stress symptoms, you are taking the first step towards reducing your stress level. Analyzing is about identifying what is the cause of your stress. It could be due to job insecurities, project deadlines, difficult tasks, family problems, bills unpaid, or even daily hassles like rushing to work, being stuck in traffic jams, or a lack of car park space. After recognizing your stress symptoms and the sources of stress, you can start to apply stress management techniques. Here's how. 1. Remove yourself from the stressful situation. Find someone to talk to about your difficulties instead of keeping it to yourself. 2. Don't overwhelm yourself by worrying about your entire workload. Prioritize your work by breaking tasks into manageable parts and then focusing on them one at a time. 3. Relax yourself through breathing exercises and engaging in enjoyable activities. 4. Change the way you see your situation. Instead of focusing on what can't be done, focus on what you can do. Most importantly, have a healthy lifestyle that includes a balanced diet, regular exercise, and sufficient sleep.
Broadly speaking, there are two kinds of stress. When you are in a stressful situation, your body launches a physical response. Your nervous system springs into action, preparing you either to fight or take off. It is called fight or flight response. When you are in a stressful situation, you may notice that your heartbeat speeds up, your breathing gets faster, your muscles tense, you start to sweat, you may feel irritation, angry, fatigued, sometimes you may have headache or disturbed sleep, etc. This kind of stress is short-term and temporary. It is called acute stress. Your body usually recovers quickly from it. Acute stress is something which affects everyone from time to time. It relates to events and pressure of the present and of the near future. For example, not submitting academic assignments on time, getting stuck in a busy traffic when you are going for work, running late for work, or forgetting an important appointment. A little of this type of stress can be helpful, motivating one to keep going and get things done. Over a period of time, these little stresses can all add up, but it is possible to become more resilient to acute stress by managing one's time better, taking care of one's health, and practicing relaxation techniques. The stress that builds up when you are exposed to high pressure situations or situations you find it difficult to handle for a long period of time is called chronic stress. It can lead to serious health problems. For example, it can be related to fear of examination or fear of a subject like mathematics, or constantly failing to submit assignments. It can be due to the loss of job, unhappy with the job, or working under insecure conditions, unrealistic expectations from a job, constant harassment, or a death of a close relative, cyberbullying, spending too much of time in front of an electronic device, and so on. If one is suffering from chronic stress mindset, following symptoms can be visible in him or her: constant feeling of anxiety, anger, extreme irritation, fatigue or headache, digestive problems, changes in appetite, insomnia, weight loss, weight gain, high blood pressure, heartburn, ulcers, and so on. If you think you are suffering from chronic stress, one of the best things you can do is talk to somebody who could be a trusted friend or a relative or a counselor or a healthcare professional. Practice mindfulness activities like yoga, meditation, nature walk, etc. This will help you to come out of this type of stress. Giving time to one's body is important. Look at this small video and see how these two little brothers manage their work and come out of stress. The stress and worries in life are like holding this glass for a long time. You think about it for a minute, nothing happens. You start thinking about it longer, they start hurting you. And if you think about your problems all the time, you may feel not capable of doing anything. The longer you hold on to your stress and worries, the heavier the burden is. So it is important to keep the glass down. Giving time to one's own body and mind is important. Healthy body keeps a healthy mind. Regular exercise, meditation, spending time with your near and dear ones would keep your body and mind healthy and balanced.
In the eye of the storm, you remain in control. And in the middle of the war, the war. You guard my soul. You alone are the anchor when my sails are torn. Your love surrounds me in the eye of the storm.